Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Oxyinfernape, and this is my Week 2 battle for Season 3 of the Major Pokemon League. I am the coach of the Baltimore Braviaries, as you already know. This week, I'm going up against Dench, the coach of the Viridian Beedrills. So if you guys have not seen my team builder, you can check it out, link down below. It was kind of long. It wasn't as long as last week's one. It was a little shorter, but still was pretty long. I'm sorry for that, but I'm trying to get them a little shorter now, trying to not ramble on as much in those, but that's okay because this is the team builder. This is the battle, so I don't want to ramble on too long. I don't want to waste too much time. But let's get into my team here. I'm just gonna give a brief description of my Pokemon here. So stop mouse windows, stop failing, guys. Alright, so we got a Life Orb Nidoqueen here. This thing is really hard. She is a beast. Got a Scarf Raikou. It outspeeds everything on his team anyways. So with this Scarf, I can outspeed all of his Scarfers anyways. That's awesome. We got a Life Orb Scott. It's very offensive. We got a defensive Tyrantrum, only defensive Pokemon on this team. It's got a nice Rocky helmet. It's got Stealth Rocks. It's cool. Infernape has a Black Belt, pretty offensive. It's got Fake Out and Mach Punch. And then Glalie, he has some cool moves. I never really, I'm not really trying to make that pun, but I always do, because Glalie is always cool, and like Ice type, I don't know, I always just make that pun. I never really try to, but that's okay. Yeah, so I'm bringing kind of a hyper offense team here. Really, the only defensive Pokemon is Tyrantrum. Everything else kind of offensive. As I said in my team builder, I didn't really as I was building this team at first, I wasn't really trying to make it like hyper offense, but it just kind of came out in that way. Now let's go over Dench's team and what he brings. So he brings Tauros, Cofagrigus, Breloom, Latios, Meloetta, and Fortress. So he brings a team that I was really surprised by. I really did not expect a lot of those Pokemon. I thought for sure he had to bring at least one of his 3 water types, probably 2. He brought none of them, which really shocked me. So he brings a Tauros, which I was shocked by. It was like, what are you doing, man? I mean, it outspeeds Manaphy, so I mean, it's an offensive check, so I mean, I suppose it does that, but I thought he had to bring Unaware Clefable. I was really shocked to not see that. Breloom, I mean, it does pretty well against this team I'm bringing, but I didn't think it did that well against my roster as a whole, so I did not expect that thing to come. Latios, yeah, I mean, yeah, I expected that. Meloetta, I thought there was a chance, but I didn't really expect it. Then Fortress, I expected that. I didn't expect that and the Kofag, but I knew there's still a chance of that happening, but he does bring both. So interesting with what Dench is bringing. And the Breloom is kind of a threat. It's because yeah, I didn't think it was going to bring it. I still have some things for it. Infernape does have Fake Out and Mach Punch. Glalie does have Ice Shard. Do things to weaken it down. Raikou does outspeed it, but I would have to take a nice Mach Punch first, and that would do a lot. So I mean, I do have things kind of for Breloom, or I do kind of have things for. Yeah, I do kind of have things for Breloom. So like, I don't have things that are made to stop Breloom, but but I'm rambling. Anyway, so I'm just gonna start the battle. So my plan, going into the battle, was to either lead with Nido or lead with Raikou. That would be of like how many Pokemon. That'll be based on how many Pokemon he has that are weak to or that can be poisoned by the toxic spikes. So 4 of his 6 can be poisoned by them. So I lead with Nido as he leads with Fortress. I'm thinking, all right, I don't want this thing just setting up a bunch of hazards in my face. I know I can't Oko it just because I just can't do enough damage, and also because it's sturdy anyway. So I don't even have Flamethrower or Fire Blast because of that sturdy, really. So I just go for Earth Power there. I do a lot of damage, so I can see that thing's physically offensive as I thought it would be. So Earth Power does a lot, as I already said, and he gets up his rock. So he switches into Cofagrigus, as I said, T-Spikes, because I thought maybe you want to go into Lottie, thinking I would Earth Power again. So I just go for another Earth Power, trying to get off some damage, because I'm not sure what you're going to do. You could try to Shadow Ball, but I can do a lot with Earth Power, so I'm just going to do that. So you Calm Mind, interestingly enough. So at first I'm thinking, alright, I don't think another Earth Power kills, and then you're going to Pain Spell me, which is going to be pretty scary. But looking at the calc, another Earth Power will kill, so I'm just going to go for another EP. And look at this damage. It knocks it out. Stephanie gets her first kill. Great job, Nidoqueen. Proud of you, babe. So now he brings in Tauros. I'm like, alright, I didn't expect this thing to come at all, but I have a nice counter to this, being Tyrantrum. Even if you do go for Earthquake and you're a Life Orb, unless we get like 2 max rolls, I can live him. So I'm not even scared, buddy, bro. I mix those 2 together. Actually, goes for the Retaliate. So I thought it was Scarf just based on. No, that kind of makes sense. But he's actually Life Orb. I was Rocky Helmet, but he's Life Orb, as you see there. And that makes sense with the Sure Force ability that he does have. So he takes some chip damage from the poison. So now I believe this is where I make it kind of dumb play, or you'll see soon. Alright, so I go for rocks here, just because I'm like, alright, if I can get up rocks now, the fortress cannot switch in. But he switches in on the turn that I set up rocks. So now I'm going to pause. So you see Chris Pratt's name there, you don't know what I'm going to do. So since I did not see the leftovers earlier, I thought, alright, I think you're going to be Custap Berry. Now, I don't want you to just rapid spin, because then you get rid of the hazards that I've set up, and also, you're going to take Rocky Helmet damage, so you're just going to die to the Rocky Helmet. So that's not good for me, because then you can just bring in Latios, and then you are in a good position, because then you have the momentum. And that's scary for me, so I don't want you to just gain all that, which I have, but then I don't want you to just get up. I don't want you to get off the rapid spin, because then that puts you in a pretty good position, and you gain all the initiative back, and I don't want that. So I make a pretty risky play here. I thought you were gonna rapid spin, so I'm like, all right, you know what? I want to get the initiative here, so I'm gonna go into Raikou, and he has no immunity to electric, and I outspeed everything. So I now can just get off a free volt switch the following turn, as pressure. So he's actually not Custap Berry. I don't know if it would have popped there because I switched. I think it would have if he had it. But later you'll see he's actually not Custap Berry. We will definitely see. So he does switch out. It is mellow out of here as I just volt switch because I know I can either kill that thing or he can bring in something I can get the initiative. So he brings in this thing and it does nothing. Look at that. It does like 10%. Or I think that's a little closer to 15. When I first saw that I thought it was like 10, but looking back on it I think it's 15. I think it's a Assault Vest with like max HP, max special attack. So I bring in Wrecking words. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, dude. So Glalie is a Bailey. So I'm like, alright, I can just bop something with a double edge. I might bring in Fortress, stack that thing off. I don't care. I get to hit something hard. So I Mega Evolve here as he switches into Eeps, the Fortress. Nice little nickname in Eepa's honor. Nice job there, Dench. I like that. So I Mega Evolve here. Glalie looking nice and sexy, you beast. So I'm gonna just go for double edge, and that's a dead little walnut thing there. So Glalie, the Mega, picks up his second kill of the season, which is fantastic. You guys were all doubting me. You're like, well, why'd you drop that Blake? And I have 2 kills with it already. I do take some damage from the double edge, and also we do see use Rocky Helmet, so he wasn't Custap. That does confirm it. I think the Custap would have still like popped earlier, but we get it confirmed that he's not. So let's go for an Ice Shard, sacking this thing off because I don't really have a great switch in. He does Mach Punch, and that knocks me out. It would have OHKO'd actually. Well, that's if he's Life Orb, which we see here he's not Life Orb. Yeah, okay, he's not Life Orb. So Glalie does do a lot of damage before he dies, so you know he still did his job. He got a kill. He did get his first death of the season, which is unfortunate, but he did still get a kill. So I bring in Inferno Beer. I go for Fake Out because I know Fake Out plus Mach Punch will kill him. It actually brings in this thing. I kind of expected the Lottie to come in. That would have made a lot more sense. I guess he was afraid of a U-turn. But still, I feel like that was a better play on his part if he went into Lottie. But, you know, he just sacks this thing off to Fake Out plus Mach Punch combo. King Joy on the Infernate. Gets his first kill, and I time that drinking, or that little sip there, time that very poorly. So, again, poorly timed. So he brings in Latios. I'm like, alright, Draco Meteor or Psyshock is coming. I think you're going to Psyshock. Chris Pratt can take that decently. And and if I don't see Life Orb damage, I'm going to assume you're Scarf. So he goes for Hidden Power here. I'm thinking, what is this? So I do, okay. So I do take that there very well. I do resist that. So that's good for me. Stop, Windows, stop doing the thing where you make it dark when I move my mouse. Stop that. Anyways, so we see Hidden Power, so I'm thinking, what is that? Okay, do I have any quad weaknesses on my team? And I think Whimsicott is quad weak to poison. That's HP poison because Rock does resist poison for some reason. I don't know why it does, but it does. So that's HP poison is what I'm assuming. So I'm like, alright, then you switch out, so that guarantees your Scarf. If I didn't already know from you not taking Life Orb damage, but you're not, but you are fuck. Yeah, you're most likely Scarf. So yeah, he's locked into that. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just went for Crunch there, assuming you were locked in that, because I assumed you were Scarfed because I did not see Life Orb damage. So let's go for Crunch to do big damage on something, and it brings him Melowada, and I kill that thing. So Tyrantrum, Chris Pratt gets his first kill of the season. So he brings in Breloom here. I'm thinking, alright, I don't really have a great switch in again, so I can just sack off Chris Pratt, and I can bring in something to kill this thing. So he takes damage from the Rocky Helmet. So I'm not sure what the score is. I think it's like 4. I think like 4-2. If I'm wrong, you guys can see right below me, right? I think it's 4-2. So I'm bringing Mimsy here instead of Infernape because I didn't want his Latios to come in because Infernape could have been up to fake out then later Mach. To fake out and then Mach Punch Latios. I didn't want to waste my fake out on the Breviaries. So that was my thinking there with not bringing in Infernape. So I just go for the Giga Drain, just get a little bit of health back, because I don't need to take more. I'm already taking Life Orb damage, and he gets good Mach Punch damage on me. So that's scary. Whimsy, he's very weak and down. I was about to say she, but no, he is at about half health. So now he brings in Latios, he goes for HP Poison, which I thought was kind of dumb. Now he does outspeed me, so that does confirm that he is Scarfed. So I know I can go into really anything and just eat up an HP Poison. So I actually talked to him after the match, and he does not have Psyshock, which I feel like for my team he really should have had Psyshock. He had, I think it was Dragon Pulse, HP Poison, Energy Ball, and T-Ball, which I feel like was kind of interesting. He had Energy Ball and T-Ball. He said he had Energy Ball for the Sand Slash, which he had something, but I feel like he should have had Psyshock in that slot. At least that's just me, at least. So I bring in Stephanie here. I considered bringing in Infernape, but I was like, I don't know if Infernape beats this thing one-on-one. It might be a roll. Whatever. I'm just gonna go in Stephanie. I don't need to risk it. So he goes for Inbower. Okay, yeah. If I had any kind of doubt he was Scarf, maybe I did something wrong with Whimsicott. He is. So I can just Sucker Punch twice and knock this thing out. I thought about switching into Infernape after that first Sucker Punch. That way Infernape could get another kill. But I thought, you know what, Dench, he already knows he is lost. So I feel like that would be a little rude to him. That would just kind of be wasting his time, which I don't want to do. Alright, he's going to show the team preview. There we go. Fuck. Okay, I wanted the team preview. Okay, yeah, I did not switch into Infernape there because I feel like that'd just be wasting his time. I didn't want to be a little rude, a little mean. I just let Stephanie get the nice second kill with a pair of Sucker Punches to pow and knock that thing out. So we do win it, which is fucking awesome. We are now 2-0 with a +8 differential. And guys, we beat Dench Lad. And last week we beat Dan Lad. So we've beaten all the lads. Everyone's a lad, TBH. Jack's not in the MPL anymore. If he was, then I could play him, and I could beat him, and I could say we beat Jack Lad. But he's not in the MPL anymore. He's still involved with us, he's still in the chat, but whatever. So Dench, we beat him. It was a pretty good battle there. It's pretty close. It wasn't as close as your battle last week against Jordy. It was closer though than last week against Dan. It was cool. It's a pretty good battle. Breloom and Tauros, really not expect those to come. Breloom still did pretty well. It's because of the team I brought. Tauros, though, I still question that. It makes a little bit of sense, but I still feel like he should not have brought Tauros. Everything else, it has some kind of reason for him to have brought it, but I don't know. That's just me, at least. Anyways, we're 2-0. As I said earlier, +8 differential. I know last week, or at the end of last week, yeah. So I was 1-0 going into this game, so I was tied at the top of the league. I know Patrick also 5-0'd, or he also got a 5-0 win in week 1. He beat he beat Asteroid. So I was tied with him, at least in terms of differential. Now he might be ahead of me, I might be ahead of him. I don't know if anyone's gonna be ahead of me, at least in terms of differential. There's gonna be at least one other team that's 2-0. Because I know Bicer, who's 1-0, plays Patrick, who's 1-0. So one of them's gonna be 2-0. Nice little triangle I made there. So, anyways, I really guess that's enough of this video. You guys have seen a cool Pokemon match. We've done some cool things today. So Nidoqueen goes 2-0. Actually, I don't need to say all the things because you guys see them in the thing above. But Stephanie gets her first 2 kills. Fernip gets his first kill. Tyrantrum gets his first kill. Mimsy gets his first kill. Raikou didn't do a whole lot. Just went for 1 Fold Switch and just kind of sat there in the back. But Raikou's still cool. Tesla, cool old guy there. Anyways. Thanks for watching this match. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to Dench. He's a cool, funny dude. He has a sexy British accent. I love his accent. I wish I had one like that. But yeah, he's a really funny dude, so check him out. He does little skits. I'm not sure if he's going to do one for this battle. Hopefully he does. We'll see, though. Anyways, check out me. Check out him. Sub both. Like this video. Comment on this video if you love me, because I don't love me. I don't know. Also, check out the MPL channel, because we have some cool announcers. They're doing some cool videos. Like, I know Mega Lugia did the, it was like top Pokemon of the week. Christian's doing the power rankings. At least just Christian's doing them for this week because I know Megaluga's busy this week. I'm rambling again. This video's not too long, by the way, because the battle wasn't as long. But whatever. I'll see you guys next week. At least in the team builder, we're playing Aura, so that'll be cool. That'll be dandy. That'll be dank. And I'll see you guys then.